Hey Marvel fans, welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the wildest, juiciest, and most mind-blowing rumors swirling around the MCU. Today we're talking about Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars, the two epic films that have the entire fandom buzzing like a hive of vibranium-powered bees. But hold up, this isn't your typical serious breakdown. We're keeping it fun, casual, and packed with some absolutely bonkers rumors that'll have you hyped, shocked, and maybe even a little confused. So, first things first, Avengers. Doomsday and Secret Wars were supposed to hit theaters sooner, but word on the street is they've been delayed. Why? Well, rumor number one is all about everyone's favorite web-slinger, Spider-Man. You know, Tom Holland's Peter Parker, the guy who's been swinging through the MCU and stealing our hearts since Civil War. Apparently, the bigwigs at Marvel realized that dropping Doomsday without Spider-Man would be like serving a pizza without cheese. Nobody's gonna eat it. The fans want Spidey, and they want him front and center in this multiversal war. Here's the tea. Marvel's reportedly pushing Doomsday to December 2026, so they can slot in Spider-Man Brand New Day first. Why? Because Brand New Day is shaping up to be a multiversal Spider-Man extravaganza, like No Way Home on steroids. The rumor mill's churning out some wild stuff here, folks. Not only will we get Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but we're talking Andrew Garfield's Spidey and, hold on to your web shooters, Tobey Maguire's OG Spider-Man making a comeback from their respective universes. That's right, the holy trinity of Spider-Men teaming up again. But wait, it gets crazier. There's talk of a Spider-Girl swinging into the mix, and a bulky Spider-Man who's got everyone scratching their heads. Is this a beefed-up Peter Parker from some jacked-up universe? A new character entirely? Nobody knows, but the idea of a swole Spidey throwing punches is already iconic. So how does this tie into Doomsday? Well, the plan is to have Brand New Day set the stage for Spider-Man's role in the multiversal war. Picture this, Tom Holland's Spider-Man, fresh off his Brand New Day adventure, leading a squad of multiversal spider people into Doomsday to face off against none other than Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. Yeah, you heard that right. RDJ is trading in his Iron Man suit for Doom's cape, and the fandom's losing it. But here's the kicker. Without Spider-Man, Doomsday's multiversal war might feel a little flat, especially since the original Avengers roster is looking pretty thin these days. With Spidey and his multiversal crew in the mix, though, this movie's gonna be a box office juggernaut. We're talking No Way Home levels of hype, but bigger, way bigger. Alright, let's move on to rumor number two, and this one's a real game changer. You thought Chris Evans was done with the MCU after Endgame? Think again. The word on the street is that Chris Evans could return, not as the Star-Spangled Man with a plan, but as Captain Hydra from a different universe. That's right, a dark, twisted version of Steve Rogers who's working for Hydra, or maybe even running it. Imagine the chaos. Captain Hydra squaring off against RDJ's Dr. Doom in a battle that could shatter the multiverse. Some fans are speculating this could happen in the main MCU timeline, with Steve going rogue after some dark twist. Others think it's a multiversal variant like the evil Captain America from the comics' Secret Empire storyline. Either way, if Chris Evans shows up as Captain Hydra, the internet's gonna break in the box office. Oh, it's gonna obliterate every record in sight. Picture the trailers. RDJ's Doom monologuing about power, then boom, Chris Evans steps out of the shadows with a Hydra logo on his shield. Chills, right? Now brace yourselves for rumor number three, because this one's straight out of a fanfic fever dream. Ready? There's talk of a dark romance between RDJ's Dr. Doom and, wait for it, Scarlet Witch, played by Elizabeth Olsen. Yeah, I know, your brain just did a double take. The idea of Victor Von Doom and Wanda Maximoff sharing some multiversal chemistry is wild, but hear me out. In the comics, Doom's always had a thing for power, and Wanda's chaos magic is basically a walking nuke. A twisted love story where Doom tries to manipulate or even genuinely falls for Wanda could be the emotional gut punch Doomsday needs. Imagine the stakes. A multiversal war raging, heroes falling left and right, and in the middle of it all, RDJ and Lizzie Olsen delivering Oscar-worthy scenes of love, betrayal, and chaos. Fans are already shipping it, and if Marvel pulls this off, it's going to be the most talked-about plotline in MCU history. Plus, Wanda's return would tie up loose ends from Multiverse of Madness. Where is she? Is she alive? Is she a variant? The possibilities are endless, and the fandom's eating it up. Finally, rumor number four, and this one's for all you dreamers out there. For years, fans have begged for Tom Cruise to join the MCU as Iron Man. Not just any Iron Man, but a superior Iron Man from another universe, or maybe just a super powerful Tony Stark variant who's been tinkering with tech that makes RDJ's suits look like toys. The rumor is that Doomsday could finally make this happen, with Tom Cruise stepping into the multiverse as a cocky, ultra-powerful Iron Man who goes toe-to-toe with RDJ's Doctor Doom. Think about it. RDJ versus Tom Cruise, Iron Man versus Doctor Doom in a multiversal showdown for the ages. It's the kind of fan service moment that could make Avengers, Doomsday bigger than Endgame. The box office numbers, they'd be astronomical. Fans have been manifesting this since the early 2000s when Cruise was almost cast as Tony Stark, and if Marvel plays this card, it's game over for every other superhero movie out there. Let's not forget the stakes here. Doomsday is rumored to be a cosmic-level war, with Doctor Doom pulling strings across dimensions. Secret Wars takes it even further, potentially adapting the 2015 comic event where entire universes collide, with Spider-Man leading a multiversal team, Captain Hydra throwing curveballs, a dark romance between Doom and Scarlet Witch, and Tom Cruise's Iron Man stealing the show. These movies could redefine what a superhero blockbuster can be. The box office potential? We're talking Avatar 2 levels of domination, maybe even more. But here's the thing. These are still rumors, so take them with a grain of salt. Marvel's notorious for throwing curveballs, and for every rumor that comes true, there's another that gets debunked. Still, the idea of Spider-Man variants, Captain Hydra, a Doom-Wanda romance, and Tom Cruise as Iron Man, it's enough to keep us hyped until Brand New Day swings into theaters and sets the stage for Doomsday. What do you think, Marvel fans? Which of these rumors has you the most excited? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more MCU updates. We're in for a wild ride, and I can't wait to see where the multiverse takes us next. Until then, keep your web shooters ready and your shields up. See you in the next video.